like I'm normally able to do. So when I went live, allegedly by accident, it literally meant to do that because they changed the settings. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. So let me go ahead, do my disclaimer. I'm gonna have to figure out why that did that. And is it gonna make me change my thing here? Y'all just got to be patient with me because YouTube made a change. So come on in, come on in. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for being here. Is it going to make me do a picture here? Like the video as I go through this. I thank everyone for being here. Come on in, like the video. I thank everyone for being here. Yeah, YouTube made a different change where it's almost making me do my icon from somewhere else and not do my thumbnail where I normally do my thumbnail. So come on in. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. We're going to just do some quick hot topics, trending topics. Good morning, Carmen. Or good afternoon. Good afternoon, Carmen. Do you like how I say your name? Good afternoon. You're pretty much always the first one. You be getting my notifications fast. I literally went live and I deleted it because I was like, wait a minute, I want to do my thumbnail. It wouldn't let me do my thumbnail, but it might let me do my thumbnail here. But that's okay. It's interesting because I was just going to flip through and just do some topics. I'm literally just getting home. But they're stating that Khloe Kardashian loved ones are concerned. She's holding out for Tristan Thompson despite multiple cheating scandals. Have you ever heard of a girl that just can't let go? Even though he's done what he's done, Khloe still wants to, and it's her choice. He's the father of her children, and Khloe wants to hang in there. So I'm about to turn this monetization on too. Khloe Kardashian, Tristan Thompson, Jussie Smollett conviction overturned. Yeah, we're gonna talk Jussie Smollett as well. So like the video, like the video. Yeah, this has me stumped because normally what I do, I'm not able to do this morning, but that's okay. I'm gonna figure it out. I always do. Okay. So yeah, come on in, like the video. Thanks for being here. Okay, I can delete that. I hope everyone's having a great morning. Yay, it's Thursday. I'm excited. Mm, yep, come on in. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do my disclaimer. So give me a second. So, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute. Oh, it didn't do it. What the heck? Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'll just type it. So come on in. Let me know what y'all think about Khloe hold on to Tristan. I mean, remember how somebody had said it's sad that Khloe has changed for Tristan so many times. Good morning, everyone. Come on in, come on in. It's sad that Khloe has tried to change the way she looks so many times, and each time Tristan still cheated. You know, a guy would, at some point, even though that's the baby father, maybe she just feels that other guys are not checking for her, and that's why she'd rather hold on to the baby father, no matter how many times he's done what he's done. You can't change a guy. If this is the way he is, and think about it, she's been there after, he's had family issues. His mom, RIP to his mom passed, and Khloe was there. No other girl was there. And for him to still be treating her this way, it's kind of sad. But we didn't understand it then. And I told y'all, anytime they act like they're dating, not even 6 months or several months later, Tristan's cheating again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, the biggest thing is you got to realize the K's and the J's. Come on in, come on in. The K's and the J's. The only sister that's married, happy, and seems at peace is Courtney, and they be dragging Courtney. And I sometimes think some of the Courtney stories be fixed by people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only sister that's married and happy is Courtney. Mm-hmm. Um, Kendall Bad Bunny, they dated for a while. But yeah, I think some of the guys are kind of concerned about dating Kim because Kim, look at how Kim treated Kanye. Look how Kanye treated Kim. And then look how Kim treated what's his name? She dated Pete Davis. Yeah, so there's just a lot going on with the K's and the J's. We're just doing a quick yeah, we're just doing a quick video today. Nothing real extravagant. What do y'all think about Kanye and him and Bianca? That's an interesting pair. It really is. So I'm just turning on my monetization. So just give me a second. We're going to talk Jussie Smollett as well. So let's see if it's gonna. And see, this tablet don't have nothing saved. So that's gonna be interesting of how this is gonna work today. So y'all just gotta be patient. Some changes have happened to YouTube, and I just gotta work with it. I just gotta work with it. So yeah, let me know how y'all feel about Khloe and Tristan. Let's see. Thanks YouTube. It's saying your hard work is paying off. You've earning super chats. So I'm gonna have to go to that later. I'm surprised they're doing that now while I'm live. Okay, YouTube, y'all trying to distract me. Let me see. Let me see. Just be patient. Some stuff is going on. Let me see. Let's see. So I'm gonna have to take the picture here just to upload it. Come on in, everybody. Let me know how y'all feel. I'm about to play y'all a clip about I did this a few days ago. Um, Thanks for being patient. Y'all know I'm more organized than this. Hold on one second. This is a call I needed. Good morning.
Hi, Carol. This is Britt with Neighborhood House.
How are you?
Good. I wish you would have called me. I've already printed out all of my stuff.
Okay, can I put you on hold for 1 second? Hold on 1 second.
Sure.
Come on in, come on in. Like the video, like the video. Khloe Kardashian, Tristan Thompson on the treadmill. Because we just did that video the other day. Khloe Kardashian, Tristan Thompson on the treadmill. I don't know what's happening with technology today. Khloe Kardashian, Tristan Thompson on the treadmill. Technology, y'all. Come on in, come on in. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus Burger King.
Thanks for being here. I'm waiting for the commercial to pass. Hold on 1 second. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm having a few. Okay, here we go. Like the video, like the video.
Individual would say, what an amazing family that you guys just keep everyone around at all times. Or are you like, how does this family still keep all these guys around? Like, once you're in, it's like the mob. You can't get out.
Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson are bonded for life. The reality star and her ex-boyfriend discussed their relationship on the newest episode of Hulu's The Kardashians, and Khloe noted how her sister's former partners are still crucial parts of the family, and she sees Tristan the same way.
God is never leaving. Kanye's never leaving. Looks like you're never leaving. Like, we're all here.
Khloe explained that loyalty and solid co-parenting are values she learned from mom Kris Jenner, and Tristan made it clear that he doesn't think his and Khloe's dynamic is entirely up to him.
That's just how we are. That's how we were raised. Like, my mom and my dad were best friends. My dad and my stepdad played golf together twice a week.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen anywhere else besides your guys' family. Usually the dad and the stepdad are usually someone's getting hit with a golf club.
Like, Scott is never leaving. Kanye's never leaving.
So is Khloe delusional, or has her family set her up to whereas the mom didn't really want them to be in a solid relationship? Now Khloe wants a solid relationship. Kourtney has a solid relationship. Kendall, Kylie don't have a solid. But Kylie, she's dating Timothy. But is Timothy really around her kids, supporting her kids? You know, what's really going on with that? Kanye's been able to find someone, but Kim seems to be having a hard time. Probably because the guys don't want to trend and go viral with Kim. And if Kim breaks up with them, then Kim's going to try and utilize them after they break up. Look how she did Kanye. Look how she did Pete Davis. So let's continue.
Looks like you're never leaving. Like, we're all here forever.
No, more like you're never leaving me.
The 37-year-old Good American founder and the Chicago Bulls player have had their ups and downs over the years, including multiple cheating allegations against Tristan. This week's episode was filmed before the athlete's latest scandal, in which he confirmed he'd fathered a child with fitness influencer Marilee Nichols.
The other situation is whenever Marilee Nichols tries to go viral or trend, Khloe always tried to go viral or trend over Marilee. And that's the bigger thing too. Why would you want to date a guy that's not taking care of one of his children? You know what's going to happen when you're with a girl. You know what's going to happen. Just because she decided to keep the precious baby, you don't want to be a part of that child's life. Khloe should step up and say, hey, we're going to help. But instead, Khloe wants to trend over Marilee. She does. She does. And remember how Marilee would be working out in the gym? Khloe started copying her. Those K's and J's copy a lot of people, if you notice. Whenever somebody's trending, going viral, and they get great compliments, the K's and the J's copy. Khloe does it all the time. So does Kim. So does Kylie. Like the video. Like the video.
He and Khloe were together. Tristan apologized in an Instagram statement back in January, writing that Khloe doesn't, quote, deserve the heartache and humiliation he's caused her. And she has since weighed in on what it's like watching the show, knowing the bombshell that lies ahead, admitting on Twitter earlier this month that a storyline about her and Tristan's...
She doesn't deserve the heartache, but he continues to give her heartache. Maybe it's time for Khloe to move on, find somebody else. Like the video. Like the video. Yeah, he's not. I don't think he is. I don't think he's in love with anybody. I just think he wants to be a single man, enjoying the lifestyle. That's how a lot of basketball players are. Some basketball players be finding some good ones and they not letting them go. If he's not ready to wife her, he's been dating her for so long. And it's cool. Guys want to date. She should let him go so he could date. I also think the Jordan Woods thing was a plot plan as well. Jordan was so cool with Kylie. And then all of a sudden, Kylie's at Tristan party and Khloe's not at the party. Kylie's not at Tristan party. Kim's not at Tristan party. How is Jordan at Tristan party and not none of the rest of the family? None of the rest of the family. That's odd to me. If I was Jordan, I would have never went. I would have said, hey, I'm here, I'm leaving. Because I think Kris wanted to be closer to Kylie. And Jordan was kind of in the way. That's just my thoughts. That's just my opinion. I have a right to have an opinion. But yeah, I think Jordan, because look it. Kim was cool with Black China. No longer cool with Black China. Kim was cool with who else? Kim's cool with Lala. There's Lala not gonna play with them. Khloe's cool with Malika. Kim was cool with Larsa Pittman. But you got to remember how that happened. That Larsa was allegedly dating Tristan. Yeah, go look it up. She did an interview with Jason Lee. Larsa was dating Tristan. took him to an event, and Khloe snatched him up. So you snatching him up from somebody else. That's why you losing him, because he was never really yours. And that's the biggest thing. Larsa took him from his pregnant girlfriend. Can you take a guy from someone? You can. Because if he's presenting himself as a single man, and then he's going in front of these single women, and then he not telling these women that he has a baby on the way, then they're all entangled and liking. But that's, I'm glad Larsa would have never put up with Tristan's BS. Larsa would have never put up with Tristan's BS. It would have never went this long. So Khloe kind of did Larsa a favor. She did. Yep, she did Larsa a favor. Larsa would have never put up with it. But Khloe wants to hang on, and that's her choice, y'all. Real talk. That is her choice. Yep. So we'll finish letting the clip play. Like the video.
Prior reconciliation didn't age well. Despite their personal challenges, the pair do remain dedicated to 4-year-old daughter True, and Khloe echoed her commitment to taking the high road when speaking with Access Hollywood's Kit Hoover in April about where she and Tristan currently stand.
We're good. We are good. And the same thing, I think we had such great examples. Our parents,
How they have great examples? Caitlyn did what? Bruce, respectfully now, Caitlyn. The mom did what in regards to dating who is she dating? When you look at how is she saying they had great examples? You know what I'm saying? The mom, look at her past dating history. She's now with Corey. Corey's kind of mixed up in the Hollywood stuff. We'll get to that another day. But how is she saying they have great examples? Many of them have dated more than 5 guys. The mom wanted them to date around, period, so they could trend and go viral. Real talk. Kim has dated how many people? Khloe has dated how many people? Kylie has dated how many? Kylie the Tyga situation. Kylie the Travis Scott situation. Kylie now the Timothy situation. You got Kim, Kanye. You got Kim, Ray J. You got Kim, Humphreys. You got Kim, Pete Davis. These moms wanted them to date. Real talk.
our real dad and our stepdad were so great with one another. And of course, it took time to get there, and our mom and everyone. But when you have such good examples, that's all we know. So we will never, ever do anything else but just love and respect and honor, because all of this stuff, this emotional stuff, will fade. But the longevity, the love and respect, that will always be there.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
This holiday, Verizon will turn your old or broken phone into a gift. Anyone can trade in any phone.
Like the video, like the video. Okay. So we talked, be kind in the comments, you guys, or they will block you. I haven't even had to do anything. So it's Khloe's choice. The K's and the J's, every week, Kim has to post something. Every week. Every week, Kim has to post something. There's never a month or two she doesn't post. Kim likes to go viral. Ray J likes to go viral. I want to say about 2 years ago, Khloe talked about they almost lost the Hulu show. That's when you started knowing Kim traveling the world to go viral. I'm flying here. She's going to soccer games. She's going to basketball. She was trying to do whatever they could do to say that Hulu show. But in regards to Tristan, I think he likes the single life. This is the one thing. When a man does what he does and you allow it, he'll do it again. Tristan was able to get away with having the baby. Khloe's like, okay, we're going to deal with it. And Khloe acts like, be over here. Stay over here. Let's go here. Let's date. Take me to basketball games. Khloe liked the relationship type stuff. Tristan was able to be on a boat kissing 2 women. Tristan was able to walk into a ledge, well, we saw it, Tristan was able to walk into a hotel holding a hand with some girl, hotel or restaurant. Khloe allowed it. So when you let a man or if you let a woman continue to allege, embarrass you in the media, they gonna keep doing it. They gonna keep doing it. So I kept saying she should just let him go, let him cheat in peace, let him be a single man, because that's what he wants. It doesn't matter how many times Khloe changes her hair, lose weight, have weight, whatever. You know, my family got this type of money, whatever. Remember how Tristan was like, oh yeah, let's just run a tunnel. Something he said, don't take it with a grain of salt. Let's just run a tunnel between my house, your house. What? And then him waving. And then she loves when he is being romantic or whatever, she loves posting that. Like on the show, I think people didn't like the show. I think people stopped watching a lot because of Tristan and Scott. They were utilizing Tristan and Scott to create this narrative, and then they were sitting down with Tristan and Scott talking about different stuff, especially Scott. On the show, they're talking with Scott about rumors or media stuff, and Scott's kind of sitting there, and they're only talking about themselves with Scott. Have y'all noticed that? Tristan and Scott was brought on to help the show, and I don't think people wanted to hear from Tristan and Scott, but they utilized the guys because they have to. We're not going to really, they're also helping the guys get a bag. But I think people lost interest as soon as they brought on Tristan and Scott because they're trying to paint this narrative. Remember, the mom was also pushing Khloe to have a podcast or YouTube page or whatever. And Khloe's like, I'm not interested, because the mom wants to keep putting out narratives so they could trend and go viral. Look at Kim allege. Like the video, you guys. Like the video. I know you guys are either on phones, tablets. Just double tap the screen. We can get 100 people to double tap that screen and hit the like button. Press 1 if you're watching from a phone. Press 2 if you're watching from a tablet. Press 3 if you're watching from a TV. 1 from a phone, 2 from a tablet. Press 3 if you're watching from a TV. Hello, how are you? Media manipulation. So you're on a tablet. So yeah, you guys, you can double tap that screen. There's 153 in a building. You could double tap the screen, you guys. I should be at 100 likes. Yeah, so the mom likes for them to date. The mom can be in a relationship. You know, she was with Bruce, who's now respectfully Caitlyn. That's how I say it. Then she's been with Corey for 10 years. Could you imagine, outside of Kim and Kanye, Khloe hasn't had a solid 10-year relationship. Kylie, her relationships are normally, 4 to 5 years. Kendall, she's with, she was with Devin Booker for a minute, 2-3 years. But none of them have like long-term, like the mom. The mom is able to be with somebody for a good 10 years or so, 8 years. But the kids, she expects the kids to date. So as Khloe wants what she wants, Tristan's not going to give it to her. He's just not. And think about what they said in that video. Let me go back. Think about what they said in that video. How it's almost like the mob. You're never leaving.
Either an individual would say, what an amazing family.
Lies
that you guys
you tell.
just keep everyone around at all times. Or are you like,
Funny, Paris, how we were just talking about Khloe the other day. Now there's a post that the family's concerned that she don't want to let Tristan go. She's allowed him to do so much. He knows he can get away with everything. Having a baby, being on a boat, kissing girls, going into a hotel or going into a restaurant with a girl. Khloe's accepted it all, and he's going to continue to do what he do. She was there for him when there was family issues, and he still don't care. He's think about it. The baby mama Jordan was pregnant, and Tristan started dating Larsa, then he started dating Khloe. He left the baby mama to fend for herself. Now Jordan, I think her name is Jordan. I don't know what her last name is, but yeah, she's doing fine. She's been doing her. It's the Marley Nichols. She hasn't shown the baby face. I don't blame her, but Tristan was like, me and Khloe are getting married. I'm moving out of the country. I don't want this child. Remember that nasty letter Tristan wrote? and he don't want to be in the child's life. But Khloe want that relationship so bad. Girl, if a man can't show you love and appreciation, if he want to cheat on you, let him go. There is somebody else out there. Why does she feel that he is the end all be all and she can't find somebody else? Like the video, like the video. We're just doing some hot topics, trending topics, you guys. I'm just now coming in. I had some errands to run, some stuff I had to take care of. But yeah, let's listen to this again.
How does this family still keep all these guys around? Like, once you're in, it's like,
see, she think that's a good thing that they're keeping the guys around. They're keeping the guys around for media attention, clicks, and views. Because if you ever notice, some of their stories even resurface. I saw something that they're resurfacing, and they do that often. I remember how Kendall was cutting the cucumber a different way, and the mom was, and that trended. I think Kylie's copying off Kendall cutting. I'm telling y'all, they like to copy people. Their team has let them down. They're not as relevant. Kim is utilizing exes. Kim is utilizing the children. Kim is utilizing Kanye. Kim loves to talk about Kanye. She used to talk about Kanye at least every 3 weeks, or at least twice a month. Whenever Kanye's not trending in a good light, Kim will try and overdo Kanye in regards to what he has going on. Kanye got a lot going on. An alleged lawsuit in regards to the Academy, in regards to lawsuits with ex-employees, in regards to him showing inappropriate pictures. Kanye and the way he dresses his wife, so inappropriate. Why can't you do that inside your own home? But Kanye likes to have her out and about with, her with barely nothing on. And then remember when Kanye had her dressed in stockings on her head, stockings on her body. We were like, Kanye, are you okay? But it is what it is. Them Kardashian and them X-Men, they're something else. It's sad because everybody looked at them in a different way 5-6 years ago. Now it's an end of an era and it's tanking. I watch different shows and they're losing followers like crazy. They're losing followers like crazy. And then remember when Kim had that Balenciaga thing? When, we were talking about Balenciaga having that weird ad. And then Kim was like, I didn't create the ad, But it's like, Kim, they have children in the ad. Why are you not upset? Because look at how she utilizes North. Look how she don't paint North in a good light. In a lot of people's opinion. Real talk. And it's almost like Kim wants the media to shade North. Because some people won't talk about children. I will. If you putting it out there, I'm going to tell you how it don't look right. How she dressed her in men clothes. How she got her looking like Kanye. How sometimes Kim even have North dressing in outfits like her. Crop top, small skirt. She's like 10, 11, 9 or 10. So that family's interesting in itself. And it's kind of concerning. And as a grandma, Miss Jenner is kind of like, cool. Do whatever y'all got to do to go trend and go viral. I'm wondering what their media room looks like. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Let's trend and go viral about this and that. I'm wondering what their media room looks like. Real talk. How do they plan to trend and go viral? That's what I'm wondering. Because every week, why is that Tana? Every week it's interesting about the K's and the J's. Okay. Let's play this clip.
the mob, you can't get out.
Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson are bonded for life.
And that's maybe why the men are running scared. If Khloe feels like it's the mob and they can't get out, that's why men are running. You ain't gonna act like this is a mob. I'm gonna date you and I'm gonna move on. And maybe the girls in their mind frames, you can't get out.
All times. Or are you like, how does this family still keep all these guys around? Like, once you're in, it's like the mob. You can't get out.
Please.
Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson are bonded for life. The reality star and her ex-boyfriend discussed their relationship on the newest episode of Hulu's The Kardashians, and Khloe noted how her sister's former partners are still crucial parts of the family, and she sees Tristan the same way.
God is never leaving. Kanye's never leaving. Looks like you're never leaving. Like, we're all here.
Khloe explained that loyalty and solid co-parents.
The way Khloe think, a lot of women don't think. You cheat on a woman, you on a boat kissing two women, it's clear you don't want me. You have a baby by somebody else, it's clear you don't want me. For some odd reason, Khloe don't get it. And it's almost like he's to the point I could do whatever. They're gonna give me dinners, they're gonna put me on a show, I could have a baby, and Chloe's just gonna stand by his side. She thinks he's a good man, Savannah. I don't know why. But like the video, like the video.
Our values she learned from mom Kris Jenner, and Tristan made it clear that he doesn't think his and Khloe's dynamic is entirely up to him.
Yeah, they make their money to trend and go viral. Yeah, where's the talent? Who was that? What's the lady from The View? The older lady. Remember how she said they don't have no talent? And then remember how Ray J spoke about what was really going on. Yeah, they trend to go viral. And they allege copied a lot of products that's doing extremely well. Look at alleged Kylie, the last brand she came out with. I can't even remember the name because I don't promote their stuff. They want people. See, that's the other thing. What they do, they'll put out an item and then they'll allege copy someone. So them copying someone will make it trend and go viral. Well, do you believe they kind of copied something similar? The last issue was Kylie got dressed by somebody about 2 or 3 years ago. And that one young woman, her items that she was selling in regards to her clothing is very similar to Kylie's right now. And I think people said, okay, if we don't put a stop to them copying and allegedly taking ideas from smaller creative, smaller fashion designers, many people feel that they have to do something. They should have been stopped a long time ago. It's not okay that Kylie items are very similar to that young lady. You don't have the creative juice in y'all to not copy someone. Look at Kylie's bathing suit line. Everybody was stating that the items were so thin, the quality wasn't great, allege. It's you could go to different places and buy a better bathing suit that's better quality. I'm not going to say companies' names, but better quality. So she got out of that. Then she did the Kylie whatever in regards to her and her daughter. I'm going to be general. And then they were saying, well, are you doing Kylie alleged? I'll say it, Kylie baby, but then you're on the video trying to bring in adult men about baby. You're selling Kylie baby. So many people be talking about Kylie too. And then how Kylie's face has changed. Kim's face has changed. The structure of the face. I did videos on that too. The structure of Kylie's face has changed and so has Kim. It's almost like their jawline. Guess who they try to be like so much? Kylie tries to copy Black China. Real talk. I got stuff. I know stuff. I've been watching for so long. When Black China had her transformation and removing the fillers and having the procedure, all of a sudden Kylie want to go on, oh, no makeup, I look more natural. Kylie will copy Black China till no end. Kim too. I almost did a video. Black China had did like a red wig, like a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Not only a few days later, Kim had to do a red wig. Kylie and Kim will copy if Black China gets some really good hits and everybody's like, oh, you look so cute. Oh, you look so cute. Oh, you look fabulous. Oh my gosh, look at the transformation. Look how much weight loss you've had. And then now Black China, she's engaged. Now you also got Jordan Woods. She's engaged. So these Kardashians are having a fit that, other men are looking at, Jordan's engaged, Black China's engaged. And I don't know if Timothy would, I don't know. We'll see what happens in regards to Timothy and Kylie. Because for a while, I really didn't think Timothy was really chilling with Kylie. Real talk. Yeah, real talk. But Jordan Woods, many people are like, Jordan, you're doing well for yourself. Why are you around Kylie? It was like, yuck. And the media talked about that for a while. You guys like the video. We got about 162 in the building. I should have 100 likes. Press 1 if you're watching from a phone. Press 2 if you're watching from a tablet. And all you got to do is double tap the screen, y'all. They make it easy. Press 3 if you're watching from a TV. Yeah. Press 1 if you're watching from a phone. Press 2 if you're watching from a tablet. Or press 3 if you're watching from a TV. And then you guys can also see tablet. So everybody should be hitting the like button. There's 132 in the building. And don't forget to subscribe too. Okay, let's see. Oh, I didn't really care for, I like Lamar. Khloe should. Yeah, I didn't care for Lamar. Lamar had major issues. He did. Towards the end, Lamar started doing some interesting things to Khloe. Khloe had to get out of that situation with Lamar. She did. Lamar went to that ranch. Lamar was doing a lot of stuff. Lamar had some inner issues about a lot of stuff. Him going to that ranch, Khloe helped him to get better. But him and his cheating situation. Lamar cheated different than Tristan. Khloe like guys that cheat. But in regards to towards the end, Lamar started acting weird. Khloe had to get away from Lamar. She did. She did. Because remember, Lamar friend had passed. And then remember, Lamar was real close with Robert. So if Lamar didn't have the issues he had, her brother Robert might not have had certain situations. Because remember, Lamar and Rob was real close. And then Khloe would have all these sweets in the house. Remember, she used to have the cookie thing? And her pantry would be full of junk. And Rob was over there just hanging out. Because you got to remember, Lamar's body is different than Rob's body. Because Lamar is a tall man, basketball player. He could eat whatever. But Rob could not. So Khloe might be alleged blaming herself how her brother turned out. And maybe having her brother around Lamar. Lamar has some concerns. You really got to go look. And then alleged. Let's go back. 2 weeks ago, y'all. Lamar is going to a company looking for dolls alleged to look like Khloe. When I saw that video, those dolls did not look like Khloe. I don't know why the media said that. I don't know why the media said that. It's a company that make fake dolls for him to spend quality time with. Y'all know what I'm saying? But those dolls did not look like Khloe at all. At all. It was a doll that was big. Lamar was touching a hand. He want to be able to be with a mannequin. I'm not a mannequin. A cushy doll to do whatever he wants to do at night. It was weird. And that's the biggest thing. Kylie, with all the procedures, Kylie almost I take that back. I think Kim wanted Kylie to look more like, Kim wanted Kylie to look more like her. So then that way, if Kylie looked like Kim could say, I almost look like a 20-something-year-old. Because look at Kim and Kylie. They sometimes favor in certain situations. But Kim's getting older. They all are getting older. And that's why Kim said, I have about a good 10 years. She had to get into the acting thing because she still want to be able to do red carpets and stuff. She want to be able to go to other events outside of, because they know the Hulu thing. People are just not interested in watching Scott. They're not interested in Tristan. And then Tristan sat down with Kylie talking about the party. I'm telling you, I think it was plot plan. Everything, a lot of stuff they do is media attention, plot plan. I think Tristan had that party, invited Jordan. Jordan went. He tried to push up on her, and he should not have, but he did. Why would you be pushing up on Kylie's best friend when you could allegedly cheat with other girls? I think Jordan should have never went. Thank goodness there was a red table where Jordan could sit down with Jada Pinkett Smith. Yeah. And then Jordan's family went through heck around that situation. But look at how they treat their friends. Lala not going to play with them. Lala not going to play with them. And Malika, they can't do that to Malika. I think Malika's sister is going through a divorce or already divorced. Remember, Malika's twin sister was married. And I think she's recently going through a divorce. So a lot of their friends are having concerns too. Lala hasn't been able to find somebody solid to date. Malika, it don't seem like she's been able to find somebody solid to date. But when you get away, Jordan's engaged, Black China is engaged. Because the K's and the J's main focus is to trend to go viral. When you're sitting around and that's all they're talking about, what product can we do? What product can we copy? Guys don't want to be part of that. What talent do you have? Mothers teach your daughters different. I used to say that. Mothers teach your daughters different. They used to think that, and many people will go have procedures done to look similar. There was a young lady that passed the last year. She did so much and she passed. There was media about that last year, trying to look like him. But, you know, it is what it is. Their mother wanted them to be famous. Their mother wanted them to have more than she had. But look at it. They have so many unhealthy relationships that they try to distract away from stuff. Look at Kim trying to date Odell Beckham. And then what came out about Odell Beckham? Hello. Odell Beckham career 5-6 years ago. Pretty decent. But over the last several years, and maybe Odell was kind of hanging out with her just to kind of get some media attention. And then Odell got, let me see, he got either let go from a team last year. Now he's on a different team. But if Odell would have been able to stay on that team, I've been telling you, I'll be seeing stuff. If Odell would have been able to stay on that team for a good another year or two, they would have paid him out really good. But they released him prior to, and he was dating Kim. And then he took a break and saying, nope, he took a break. And then another team picked him up. Yeah. Let's play this clip again.
It's just how we are. That's how we were raised. Like my mom and my dad were best friends. My dad and my stepdad played golf together twice a week. Like,
yeah, that doesn't really happen anywhere else besides your guys' family. Usually the dad and the stepdad are usually someone's getting hit with a golf club.
Like Scott is never leaving. Kanye's never leaving. Looks like you're never leaving. Like we're all.
And see, that's her mindset. And who's to say this is not similar mindset for Kim, Kylie, and Kendall? Kendall can get away. She can date guys and guys are like, okay, we broke up. Kendall don't utilize a guy, date him, and then she's still talking about him months and months later. Kim likes to date guys and talk about them months and months later. She do. Kylie can date. Guys are kind of okay with, but you remember they talk about the good vibes, bad vibes in regards to the K's and the J's. And ain't no telling what other stuff is going on. Yeah. Like the video. Like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. Like the video. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Make sure you guys are subscribing, please. Make sure you guys are subscribing. We're definitely trying to hit 34K. We're definitely trying to hit 34K. Yep. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. And it's their choice, though. It's their choice. I'm gonna play that because now, okay, that's the one I'm playing right now.
All here forever.
No, more like you're never leaving.
How you doing this morning, Paris? Everyone say hello to Paris. She is one of the members of the page. She's also my one and only mod. Me and Paris be holding it down. My page has done extremely well. I went from 3,000 subscribers to 33, almost 30. To 33K. 3,000 a month and a half ago. Now to 33K. So proud of ourselves. So proud, so proud. So proud of myself. I be working hard, y'all. I do. Like the video, like the video. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Let's continue with the clip. This is about Tristan and Khloe on the treadmill.
Played golf together twice a week. Like,
Yeah, that doesn't really happen anywhere else.
That doesn't really happen anywhere else.
Usually the dad and the stepdad are usually someone's getting hit with a.
And hello to Carmen. Carmen been here too. Carmen and Paris have been here. I appreciate it. I don't know how we lost Ryan, but that's okay.
A golf club.
Like Scott is never leaving. Kanye's never leaving. Looks like you're never leaving. Like we're all here forever.
No, more like you're never leaving me.
You're never leaving me.
The 37-year-old Good American founder and the Chicago Bulls player have had their ups and downs over the years, including multiple cheating allegations against Tristan. This week's episode was filmed before the athlete's latest scandal, in which he confirmed he'd fathered a child with fitness influencer Marilee Nichols while he and Khloe were together.
And shame on him for not taking care of Marley and that baby. She had to fight to get child support. She had lived in one city where he would have paid child support and there would have been a cap. She moved to California or something, and in that way he had to pay her that money. She shouldn't have to fight for child support. Tristan, you knew what you was doing. You know what happened when you laid on with somebody. You know, it's something, y'all. I'm telling y'all.
Tristan apologized in an Instagram statement back in January, writing that Khloe doesn't, quote, deserve the heartache and humiliation he's caused her.
She don't deserve it, but he's still been cheating. Alleged. I think he was spotted with somebody. See, he was spotted with somebody about a year ago. That might have been somebody that might have been helping him design stuff in his home or something. Because remember, he had a problem with his home. Some kind of flood or something. Then he had to live with Khloe. If you cheated on me, you lied on me, you ain't living with me. You better go somewhere else and get a hotel. Khloe loves for him to be under her. You cheat, lie. There ain't no way I want to be by you, near you. You are not going to be embarrassing me in these streets. And Khloe don't mind. She don't mind.
And she has since weighed in on what it's like watching the show, knowing the bombshell that lies ahead, admitting on Twitter earlier this month that a storyline about her and Tristan's prior reconciliation didn't age well. Despite their personal challenges, the pair do remain dedicated to 4-year-old daughter True.
Now, y'all know this is old because True is older than this. This video is from 2 years ago. Like the video, fair use reaction clip.
And Khloe echoed her commitment to taking the high road when speaking with Access Hollywood's Kit Hoover in April about where she and Tristan currently stand.
We're good. We are good. And the same thing, I think we had such great examples. Our parents.
They're good, such great examples. Okay, not convinced. Mothers teach your daughters different. Don't let a guy play with your mind, body, soul, and spirit. He want to cheat, go right ahead. There's other men out there. I don't know if she was taught that. And maybe because guys are not in her DM wanting her. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Kim's having issues too. Real talk.
Our real dad and our stepdad were so great with one another. And of course, it took time to get there, and our mom and everyone. But when you have such good examples, that's all we know. So we will never, ever do anything else but just love and respect and honor, because all of this stuff, this emotional stuff, will fade. But the longevity, the love and respect, that will always be there.
But you also got to remember, a lot of them got children by men that are African American too. Have y'all noticed that? Kim's 4 children, African American mixed children. Khloe, 2 children, True, and the son. Kylie, 2 by Travis Scott. Courtney wasn't playing that. Courtney didn't want no brown meat. And then Kendall, the mom was trying to get Kendall to have a child, and Kendall's like, no, I don't want no children. The mom was always pressuring them to do stuff. If y'all have ever noticed that. But that is what it is. Okay, so let's get to this. Okay, so Jussie Smollett, the alleged conviction was reversed. Are y'all surprised? Jussie Smollett, the conviction was overturned. I was surprised when I saw that. And everybody's talking about it. Let me go in. Hold on one second. If you don't know, because some people are not familiar with, media, Jussie Smollett had a situation several years ago, and in the middle of the night, some things transpired. There was an alleged check. There was an alleged hoax. He was saying somebody put something around his neck. I got to be careful what I say. Somebody alleged put something around his neck. The police was investigating it. There was cameras that showed this and that. He was trying to say it was somebody other than who it alleged was. They were saying that he gave a check and it showed training. The guys were saying, no, it wasn't for training. It was for us to do XYZ. It was alleged they were going into Bath. I gotta watch what I say. They were hanging out. Him and these trainer guys, they were hanging out, doing what men do. And it was a whole thing. Jussie Smollett went back and forth in regards to court situations. He was in jail, not wanting to eat. They released him. And now if they're saying they're overturning it, they're overturning it. So I'm kind of surprised about that. Let me see. Hold on one second. The Illinois Supreme Court has overturned the Jussie Smollett conviction related to the altercation that was staged. It's even saying it was staged in 2019. Let's see. And it's basically saying he was attacked in Chicago. Yep. The 2019 Jussie Smollett claimed two men wearing mega alleged hats attacked him. And they had put something around his neck. And he yelled, they yelled different slurs. There's words, man, y'all. There's so many words we have to be cautious of. And it was it was orchestrated. Some say it was okay. Remember he was on that show. There was Empire and there were Stars. I kind of think those shows were not. They were interesting. I don't really, they were interesting. And then they started to become extreme. And it's like, man, this is now not, there was times when it was like singing. Okay, it's cool. But then there's times when it's like stuff that was kind of like, I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot. So for it to be overturned, I guess congratulations to him. I know he's happy. He doesn't have to deal with that because many people were wondering if he would end up back in jail. Okay. Oh, you guys, the Jussie Smollett, I might get back to it. Remember Ochocinco? He had broke up with his girl. And they're stating that Ochocinco might have got caught cheating with another woman, alleged, in their bed. Stop playing with me. What? What? They're saying Ochocinco might have got caught cheating in their bed. Chad. Remember Chad Ochocinco was dating. He was dating. Who's that? Evelyn Lozada. And remember him and Evelyn Lozada had an issue? That's crazy. He was caught cheating. Remember, Ochocinco was talking to Shannon Sharp that the relationship might be over. And Shannon Sharp was like, no, man, go where she at. It'll work out. And Ocho was kind of like, no, I don't know. Go check out my short too, y'all. See, that's interesting. I find stuff. I did a video on Ochocinco talking to Shannon Sharp. I did a short either 2 days ago or last night. And Chad Ochocinco was just sweating and spitting stuff out. I was like, is Chad okay? Because I'm not used to seeing Chad sweat like that. But okay, Chad. Okay, so Lisa Ray is talking to Carlos King. We're about to listen to this real quick. Lisa Ray is talking to Carlos King. So even though we got Jussie Smollett up here, we're going to listen to Lisa Ray talk about her life in the industry. Hold on.
Was in prison for killing her husband.
What's that?
I had no makeup, no hair, no nails. One of my best roles to date. I'd have all that to worry about. See, playing pretty is difficult.
I don't know why she said that. Playing pretty is pretty good for most of us women. What? Maybe for her it was difficult because people, and she said that people only saw her in one type of role. This is Lisa Ray talking to Carlos King. Some people may not know who Carlos King is. That's Carlos King, and I just showed y'all a picture of Lisa Ray. That's what we're listening to right now.
Did that affect you from booking other roles because people only saw you as that?
Sure it did. I was the pretty girl. I was the sex symbol. And so we just want her to be pretty. But because I always had a lot of personality, even off screen, people would go, but you know what, she's so cool. There's something else to her. You know what I mean? But they could not deny that everyone knew me from that role, that way, and that look. So they wanted to still help and continue me in that way. but not in ways that I felt like I could stretch.
And she could be right, because there are a lot of actresses that deal with that. There's a lot of men that deal with that as well. Like the video, like the video.
I did a small film called, independent film called Civil Brand with director Nima Barnett. And it was my sister.
Let me see. I think she's repeating herself. But yeah, best wishes to Lisa Ray. Best wishes to Lisa Ray. We're going to talk Denzel.
Seeing the kiss that was omitted from the movie.
Okay, we're going to talk Denzel because everybody's talking about Denzel and this up and coming role where he might have kissed somebody in a role. Some people are saying it didn't happen, but Denzel's saying it did. Denzel been telling on himself a lot lately.
I think they did that.
It wasn't even a big deal, really. I mean, that's about what it was.
Ridley said he never saw the kiss. He said it didn't happen.
See?
It's much ado about nothing. It really is much ado about nothing. You know, they're making more of it than it was. I kissed him on his hands. I gave him.
I told y'all, we gonna hear celebrities that's gonna talk more than we really haven't heard talk in years. I told y'all, we gonna hear celebrities talk that really haven't talked. If you're just now coming in, like the video, continue to hit the like button. Double tap the screen. We're talking Denzel right now because people are coming in and we're talking Denzel. Like the video, double tap the screen, hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video. Press 1 if you're watching from a phone. Press 2 if you're watching from a tablet. Press 3 if you're watching from TV. But if you're watching from a phone or a tablet, please double tap the screen. There's about 129 in the building. We should have almost 100 likes. Double tapping the screen is so easy and quick. Double tapping the screen is free. Double tapping the screen or hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video. Let's continue with Denzel. Hold on.
Peck and I killed him.
I have to tell you.
He said he pecked the guy in the movie, kissed the guy.
Kissing another man.
Well, I don't have the part yet. You gonna write it? All right.
Awesome.
Headline about a certain scene, a kiss that was omitted from the movie. Why do you think they did that?
It wasn't even a big deal, really. I mean,
If you guys don't understand, it was alleged that Denzel had a part and he kissed a man. And then it was deleted from the scene. So nobody will ever see it. Alleged. Denzel was the one that talked about it. And many people have been talking about it. So let's continue. Now, whether it happened, it didn't happen, I don't know why he would say it happened and then allegedly it didn't happen. So like the video.
that's about what it was.
Ridley said he never saw the kiss. He said it didn't happen.
It's much ado about nothing. It really is much ado about nothing. You know, they're making more of it than it was. I kissed him on his hands. I gave him a peck and I killed him.
I
I tell you, us gay boys want to see Denzel kissing another man.
Well, I don't have the part yet. You gonna write it? All right.
Awesome.
Headline about a certain scene, a kiss that was omitted from the movie.
Next clip. I think there was another guy that spoke out. I don't know why. Let me see. Hold on.
In the film. So I wanted to ask how gay is the Roman Empire?
The entire empire, or I actually kissed a man in the film, but they took it. They cut it. I think they got chicken.
I was going to ask because I just heard about the Paul and Pedro forehead kiss that apparently got cut from the movie.
I'm not sure.
Y'all know how they say celebrities, some of them always got to do something in regards to humiliation. Y'all know what I'm saying. Like the video. Let's continue.
That one, but yeah, I kissed the guy full on the lips, and I guess they went.
This is him at a press conference talking. This is him at a press conference talking to this young lady.
Do that yet?
Oh man. Well,
I killed him about 5 minutes later, but
I mean, it's Gladiator.
it's Gladiator.
Yeah.
Having a relationship with other men in the film. So I wanted to ask how.
So there's that. Right now, we're just talking hot topics, trending topics. Okay. So we may have to do a different Diddy video later because it's being alleged, you guys. Okay. Let me be general. Right now, there's conversation. Remember how we did the video And we were talking about, let me see, this shade room. Let me see if I can, I'm gonna be general, but let me do this. Let me pull him up. Give me a second. 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 He pops up. Where's, okay. Okay. So give me a second to push this up a little bit. It's being reported possibly. Remember how Diddy went to court the other day? Okay. And we had talked about that. He's stating that they took his notes, which is in regards to they broke his 4th, 5th, 6th Amendment. Last night, let me see if I can pull it up. Last night, they're saying that legal pad might not have said legal. When they took pictures and they recorded them going into his cell, allegedly the legal pad didn't say legal. But it said legal when they showed the pictures to the judge or they showed the judge. So there might be issues in regards to Diddy in that emergency hearing. There might be concerns, y'all. Let me go in. Some people are just not coming in. They have no clue what I'm talking about. Let me get to this clip. Like the video, like the video. So, me and Paris had talked about the other side had to get rid of those 16 pages. They had to throw them out, shred them, whatever. Diddy did not want the information that was obtained. He didn't want that presented to the judge. So mind you, there was an order for them to get rid of that material because it would have showed Diddy doing X, Y, and Z. Okay? So there's going to be information, and there's a letter that the judge presented. He wants Diddy and Diddy's attorney to explain why you guys said that his document said legal and it didn't. It allegedly it didn't have legal on it. So tomorrow's going to be interesting in regards to Diddy's hearing.
I want to get some updates on the case that is unfolding there regarding Sean Diddy Combs. These were the courtroom sketches. Just today, we're turning our attention now there, the sex trafficking case against Diddy and the possible resentencing of the Menendez brothers in Los Angeles. We'll get to that in just a moment here, but let's focus our efforts on New York. I want to get to these headlines in both cases, and we're going to do that with our friend, Nima Romani, former federal prosecutor and legal analyst. He joins us. Nima, good to see you, and thanks for being with us here. You were tweeting about the Diddy case today.
Like the video, fair use, fair use. Yeah, this is going to be concerned tomorrow if they allegedly lie. Because remember I said to y'all yesterday, how is it possible that they're going to break the rules and Diddy might be seeking a mistrial? No, this might be alleged that they might have not told alleged. I can't have to keep saying alleged. They might not have told the truth when they were in court the other day, which will be concerning if they did not allegedly tell the truth. If you're allegedly lying in a court of law, we don't know if the note didn't say legal, but then they wrote legal on it prior to court. Clock this T. They were almost seeking a mistrial. But if they lied to the courts a few days ago, that's going to be a concern because we were thinking he could almost get a mistrial if they did go through his notes. But if there was nothing on there that said legal and they put it on after the raid, that's going to be a concern, baby. That's going to be a concern. There was something else I was going to say. So he's doing any and everything to try and get out. Now, mind you, the judge ordered for that information to not be talked about on Friday. But if they allegedly did not tell the truth, that's going to be a concern for the judge. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if Diddy's going to be at fault, allegedly, or if the judge, if his attorney's going to be at fault. Because you were telling the judge, it said legal, and they should have never touched it if it said legal. But when they look at the pictures and when they look at because remember, they had cameras on them when they raided Diddy's cell. They had cameras on them and they took pictures of it. So the judge wasn't playing. He did his own investigation. That's what I was going to say, Paris. Remember how when we listened to the audio from one of these pages, we had listened to the judge saying, I think he said in court, let's play the recording right now. I think I caught that. I'm very particular when I catch stuff. I think the judge a few days ago said, let's play the video right now in court so I can see if it did say legal or not legal. So maybe they didn't do that in court and the judge said, maybe I won't do this in court right now. Let's go ahead and proceed. I'll check the video myself. So the judge did his own deep dive. Now you got to remember, this was an immediate hearing because he was already scheduled to have the court hearing Friday. I'm telling you, there are law pages that are pulling up Diddy's documents weekly, and they're on Pacer. Diddy wants to keep his case and people gagged from knowing everything that's going on, and he can't. I was out and about yesterday running that errand. I was fussing. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Because remember I said, why would they slip up and take something or take pictures of something they're not supposed to be taking pictures of? Because allegedly it did not say legal. It might have had stating to-do list. But if this is true, Friday is going to be an interesting day. Friday is going to be an interesting day. If the judge feels that somebody falsified information to him, and if what was said was written on a legal notepad or manila envelope, whatever, if what was stated wasn't true in front of that judge, and then the judge put an order for that information to be discarded and shredded, now you've messed up evidence that actually should have been in the court hearing Friday. Possibly. Last night, I was in the car and we was talking. I was like, babe, am I hearing this right? He's like, babe, you hearing it right. They had cameras on them. And if it didn't say legal, babe, and they're telling the judge it said legal and it didn't have legal and they wrote legal on it days later, weeks later, babe, if they lied to that judge, this does not look good. I was like, babe, there's no way. There's no way. He said, babe, keep playing. And by the time I got home, this YouTuber was talking about it. That YouTuber was talking about it. The judge wrote a letter saying, when you guys come to court Friday, you're going to have to explain what you told me a few days ago. You're going to have to explain it to me. Like the video, like the video. It's concerning, y'all. Because we don't. You got to also understand, alleged in those notes, it talked about his children allegedly looking up people through a private investigator or non-named or go through a different attorney. Something allegedly Diddy wanted his children to do to look up an alleged victim. It might have also talked about if Diddy allegedly talked with his ex-band member or something like that. I think it talked about him talking with her in those notes, alleged, and then if there was an alleged payment that went out for her to allegedly do that interview a few weeks ago. Yeah, there's a lot going on, y'all. Let's continue to listen to this clip. Like the video, like the video. Like the video.
There was an emergency hearing called this afternoon at the courthouse in Lower Manhattan, the judge ordering the prosecution to turn over its findings from a jail cell raid, Diddy's jail cell, just yesterday. What were the contents of those raids?
Well, apparently, according to the defense, they're legal documents. The government's saying no. On the contrary, they're just some handwritten notes and a calendar. And what the judge did, Judge Subramanian, is he ordered the prosecution to destroy their copies. He kept copies, and he's going to review them in chambers or in camera. And one of two things will happen. Either the defense is right, and those are privileged materials, in which case they will not go to the prosecution, or the prosecution is right and they have nothing to do with the legal case, and the government will get copies. It's only 20 pages. I don't think it'll take the judge that long, but I think the media is reporting this as some huge win for the defense because the government has to destroy their copies. They may get copies of those documents in a matter of days, so I think it's premature to say that this is any type of victory for Sean Diddy Combs.
I was saying the same thing. Why are y'all saying it's a win? But it is what it is. Let's continue.
So really the only victory today was the judge said that he doesn't have to be shackled during the pendency of the proceedings in court. So
exactly.
That's a big win for him.
All right, yeah, Nima, I was going to characterize it as some type of victory for Combs. You kind of disabused me of that notion. Is it only because this is purely temporary, to your point, whatever was recovered there from the cell, these notes, the prosecution will eventually get their hands on? The judge just now saying for now they cannot.
That's it. If it is privilege, of course they won't. But if it really is what the prosecution says, that has nothing to do with the case, or even worse, it's actually evidence of witness tampering, because we all know the attorney-client privilege, there's a crime-fraud exception. You can't use your lawyer to perpetuate a future or continuing fraud or crime. So if the documents are what the government says they are, they're going to get them again. And again, it's just going to be a matter of days, because I don't expect the review to take that long. So whatever victory the defense has is only temporary, unless those documents truly are correspondence, letters, notes regarding legal advice pertaining to the sex trafficking case. If it is, then obviously the government can't have access to that. So we'll know very soon after the judge, Subramanian, conducts his review.
So after that review, is it up to the judge? Is it the judge's determination to essentially say Diddy was involved in witness tampering with the production of these notes?
So that's the biggest thing. If he's trying to get bonded out, he's not going to want any of the foolery that's been allegedly going on. Utilizing other people's phone to call out. If he's having some kind of contact with his children in a way he shouldn't be having, he's not going to want the judge to see that or hear that. But guess what? The judge have already seen it. The judge has already gone through it. He already has what they were supposed to get rid of and destroy. The judge already has it. So Friday hearing is going to be very interesting. Real talk.
Who has the ultimate say on that?
So there's a few things going on. First is the privilege issue. The judge will decide whether the documents are privileged or not.
Right.
If they're not, they're going to go to the government. If the documents are not only not privileged, but they're evidence of witness tampering, then a few things can happen, all of which are bad for Sean Diddy Combs. But first, of course, he'd face obstruction of justice charges in a superseding indictment. Now,
like the video, fair use, reaction clip. Like the video. Let's get the likes to 100, you guys. Double tap the screen. Please like the video. Please also subscribe. We got about 138. Please subscribe to the page. We're trying to get to 34K. And also turn on your notification bell.
I'm not saying that's necessarily going to add a lot of time, especially when he's facing racketeering, a sex trafficking, and prostitution counts already. But obstruction charges could be bad for the case, and this is why. Diddy's really only defense here is that the sex acts were consensual. So if the jurors hear evidence of him trying to blackmail, intimidate, bribe, pay off witnesses, or threaten them, that's all very bad evidence that's going to come into the trial. And of course, Diddy's hope is that these witnesses show up and do a 180, or even better, don't show up at all. So if the jurors hear him trying to dissuade those witnesses, that's going to be a big problem. But setting the case aside, the tampering is also bad for his chances to get out on bail on Friday. Right. And of course, hello,
Idaho. Welcome. Press 3 if you know where you're watching from. Press 3 if you know where you're watching from. That's a lie. You are misinformed. Oh, I'm not misinformed at all. He's telling you almost the same thing I just said. You're telling me that this news reporting is coming in live? Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Like the video. Thanks for tuning in. Like the video.
He loses phone privileges entirely. Can't be making three-way calls or using other inmates' phone numbers to make those types.
I just said the same thing he's saying. Like the video.
Calls that those violate the rules of the MDC.
So, but Nima, from what I understand about the judge's ruling today, whatever is contained within these notes of Diddy's, that will not matter. It won't be consequential to the bail hearing on Friday. That they won't be interlinked. You're saying they will?
Well, the government's going to try to argue that the witness tampering has happened. And even if they can't use those 20 pages, I think they have apparently evidence of Diddy using.
And see, the judge is going to know, though, because he had to evaluate if it was actual tampering or not. We'll see what they talk about in court Friday. I'm not the judge. I don't know all the legal jargon and whatever, but it's interesting. The judge now has what was a concern from a few days ago. He's able to look at it. If it says legal, not legal, he's able to look at it and differentiate if there was any type of law broken, because he's trying to do everything he can not to have a mistrial. Like the video, like the video.
These pack numbers of other inmates making three-way calls, trying to make calls through his family members. So, I mean, obviously, I'm a former federal prosecutor. I believe when prosecutors make a representation, they have the evidence to prove it. So even though if it's not these 20 pages, we'll see what they bring to that third bail hearing. But these are allegations they made during the second bail hearing, if we recall.
Let's see. I thought they calendar with notes, but then people keep saying a legal notepad. They're trying to say, since he had, there's a notepad that's a legal notepad. And they may argue, since it was a legal notepad, they should have thought it was his legal documents. We got to wait and see of how Diddy's attorney is going to present this to the judge and what he's going to say. Because what they said to the judge in the court a few days ago is being questioned. I could just say it that way. It's being questioned. Because I think Diddy or his lawyer or whomever, both of them alleged, didn't want the judge to know what was in the notes, what he's been doing, the conversations allegedly he's been having, if he's been allegedly utilizing people's to make three-way calls. So either way, there's a concern because there might be some conflicting information from a few days ago. Like the video, like the video.
Diddy apparently called one witness apparently 24 times over the course of a day or two. That's a problem. That's not what you're supposed to do if you care about the integrity of the proceedings.
But Diva, I mean, you're a former federal prosecutor. If you were prosecuting this case and you and your team had already seen the contents of these notes, how do you put the toothpaste back in the tube?
Exactly.
You can't. So what you're supposed to do, and this is something every prosecutor knows, and I hope the prosecutors in this case did it, you're not supposed to look at the documents until the privilege review has already been done. And what you do is you use a taint team. It's sometimes called a filter team or a dirty team, but these are agents that have nothing to do with the case. They're going to go through and they're going to conduct the review. If it's privileged or arguably privileged, they set it aside. They don't show it to those who are actually working on the case, because you're right. If the lawyers who are working on the case reviewed privileged materials, they're going to get disqualified from this case. It is a huge problem. So hopefully prosecutors did the right thing, kept this information separate, kept it in the taint team, and didn't actually review it.
Okay, so I asked this question out loud in the newsroom today after I heard that Diddy's jail cell had been raided. Do you need some type of probable cause or warrant to raid an inmate's jail cell while in detention for whatever reason?
Good question. Fair use. Let's listen.
Here, help me answer that question. And this goes to some of these privacy questions. Does an inmate, does a detainee have any privacy rights while being detained pending trial here? I mean, here on Live Now from Fox, as an employee of Fox television stations, Fox News Media, everything I'm doing right now here on Live Now is owned by Fox. Is that the same when it comes to these privacy rights for...
Like the video, like the video.
Diddy, these notes, does he own them? Does his prosecution or defense team own them? Or does no one own them?
Setting aside the attorney-client privilege, which is the most sacred of the evidentiary privileges, Diddy has absolutely no Fourth Amendment reasonable expectation of privacy in prison, period. His cell can be tossed at any time. Guards can go in. They can monitor his mail. They can record and intercept his phone calls. So he is not like you or I out in the public dealing with law enforcement. Fourth Amendment does not apply. So their Fourth Amendment argument is very, very weak. That's why they're going all in on this attorney-client privilege argument, because really that's one of the few constitutional rights that survives when you're in custody.
So there y'all go. We're definitely going to see what happens Friday. If what was said was what was said and should have been said, and whether it really said legal or whether it really said things to do, and if they're trying to say people should assume that this is what Diddy meant in regards to his notes or whatever, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's interesting. It's very, very, very interesting. So hold on, let's see. Yeah, it's Diddy may also be getting help. Yeah, Okay, give me a second. Like the video, like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. We're just doing some general updates, information on what's going on in the media.
Inside, and apparently they're doing his dirty work for him.
Let's listen how Diddy is handling his stint in jail and what allegedly might be occurring. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Reports suggest that fellow Brooklyn inmates have been keeping Diddy's jail cell clean and pristine, even making the bed for him. And that's not all. There are also reports that other inmates are making Diddy snacks and allowing him to use their phone accounts to make his...
Cleaning his cell, making him snacks. What? You're trusting other people to make you things? I don't know. Is that real or fake? That's what's being reported. Like the video.
Calls. To get a better look at Diddy's life behind bars, we're hearing from former Metropolitan Detention Center Deputy Warden Dr. D. Wayne Hendricks, who says Diddy's star treatment isn't much of a surprise. I'm Sierra Gillespie, and this is Law and Crime News. It's hard to believe 55-year-old Sean P. Diddy Combs has been behind bars for more than 2...
Like the video, like the video. Fair use. Let's see, could... like the video. Fair use. Reaction clip.
Months now, but here we are. The disgraced music icon has been held at the infamous Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn since September 16th, much to his counsel's dismay. You may recall Diddy's team has tried relentlessly to get him either transferred from MDC or released on bond, but to no avail. The defense has suggested a $50,000 bond, round-the-clock security, a GPS monitor, and even limited contact with women. Even still, he's consistently been denied release, so at least for now, MDC is his home. By now, you know that Diddy's been indicted by a federal grand jury on charges of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Prosecutors allege he's the kingpin in a decades-old sex trafficking scheme in which he drugged victims, sexually assaulted them, and recorded...
Allegedly. I can't confirm or deny. A judge or jury is going to have to decide if there's any wrongdoing on Diddy's side. He's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Let's continue. Can't confirm or deny what Law Crimes is saying is factual or not. Let's continue. Like the video, like the video. Fair use. Reaction clip.
It all. That's where we get this notorious phrase, freak-offs, which prosecutors described as elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded.
That was gross. Okay, sorry. She said it, I didn't. Like the video, like the video.
Diddy originally used these recordings as blackmail to keep survivors quiet, but now they're being used against him.
Like the video as the ad skips. There's 41 likes. Thanks for liking, everyone. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 3 if you knew where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from. Thanks for being here, everyone. Yeah, we're going to find out a lot tomorrow.
Sounded the alarm on MDC, arguing there are some major issues with the jail, citing violence, poor conditions, overcrowding, and even staffing issues. He also cited some startling statistics. 2 inmates have been killed at MDC since June, and at least 4 inmates have died by suicide over the past 3 years. On top of that,
that's sad.
6 staff members have been charged with crimes over the past 5 years. Even with all these questionable stats, it's still common for defendants to be housed at MDC after their arrest, as they're awaiting trial in either Manhattan or Brooklyn. And the jail is no stranger to high-profile inmates either. MDC famously housed R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Sam Bankman-Fried, who's actually there right now. We've mentioned Sam Bankman-Fried to you in the past. He's the fraudster convicted of money laundering following the collapse of his crypto...
Now, they were stating Sam Bankman-Fried might be Diddy's cellmate, allege. That's what was reported like a month and a half ago or a month ago.
Cryptocurrency exchange FTX. Sam Bankman-Fried became relevant to Law and Crime's audience when Diddy was arrested because both men were housed in the same part of MDC, a specific unit for inmates that required special protection. That's people like Diddy or Sam Bankman-Fried who are high-profile inmates, or even for other inmates who need protection during ongoing investigations. For some time, that's where Diddy was, the SHU, or the Secure Housing Unit. But in recent days, he's been moved to general population, and that's where these new reports come from. Diddy has allegedly befriended some of his fellow inmates, who have apparently started helping him out with tasks like making his bed or cleaning his...
Now, I'm wondering if they're making the bed, cleaning the cell, how much is he paying them, and what is he giving them? Allege. Let's continue. Like the video. Like the video.
Prosecutors allege Diddy is also using the phone accounts belonging to some of these other inmates. They say Diddy knows his phone line is being monitored, so by using the other phone line.
So why would the other phone line be monitored? They are, but I think he's thinking that it'll take time to trace it. Like the video, there's about 154 in the building. If I can please get 100 to double tap the screen, hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video.
He hopes to keep his conversations private. According to court docs, Diddy is partaking in unauthorized three-way calls as a way to send hundreds of texts. And some of these messages are apparently going to people on Diddy's no-contact list. The feds say Diddy has used the accounts of at least 8 other inmates, but they say he's doing more than that. They allege Diddy is also trying to corruptly influence witness testimony and taint a jury pool from behind bars. Prosecutors wrote, quote, while attempting to invade law enforcement monitoring, the defendant has, among other things, orchestrated social media campaigns that are, in his own words, aimed at tainting the jury pool, made efforts to publicly leak material he views as helpful to the case, and contacted witnesses through third parties. All right, I know you're multitasking when you're watching our videos, and if you are out and about running errands, listen up. You have to download this app, Upside. It's free and gets you cash back on
like the video, like the video.
Sex offenders alleged
location for potentially high-profile inmates.
So we're about to listen to more about what's going on with Diddy. Like the video. Oh, I just saw that comment.
Now, could it be that P. Diddy is in Gen Pop or general population?
Yes, I'm assuming that after doing a threat assessment on him after being there for several weeks, it was determined that he could be housed in a general population unit. And it's been my experience when I was there, several years ago. We have an east and a west building, and typically we had, since it's a detention center, you have all types of individuals there. High security, low security, minimum, and then you have folks like former law enforcement officers, and then folks that were who may have been compromised. And you also have sex offenders that are detainees. So what we would do. Sometimes we would house some of our high-profile individuals with former law enforcement who are facing charges for whatever criminal behavior that they were being alleged to have committed, as well as sex offenders, because typically when you put those two types of populations together, there's typically less jailhouse politics involved, and there's minimal risk to being harmed or endangered. So I'm assuming, from what I understand, he's in the West Building, which is it's an open bay unit, so they're not cells, they're like a dormitory style units, and they're open. And again, typical.
And I've heard that before. It's almost like a dormitory style. So, which is interesting. And I guess people have access to kind of get close to them. A dormitory style? That's interesting. Like the video, like the video. We got about 131 in the building. We only have 44 likes. Let's get the likes up. Press 1. Press 1 if you're watching from a phone. Press 2 if you're watching from a tablet. Press 3 if you're watching from a TV. And press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from. But yeah, let's get the likes up, you guys. It actually pushes me out into the algorithm. When I first started the video, I think YouTube, yes, you're pressing 1. So I hope you've already double tapped the screen. Please double tap the screen to hit the like button. I think YouTube has made changes this morning. Because when I went live, I was trying to do my thumbnail and it wouldn't let me. It went live. So my live from an hour and a half ago, I deleted it because I was like, I didn't mean to hit the live button, but the live button came up immediately. Yeah, continue to hit the thumbs up button or double tap the screen, everyone. Thanks for being here. Let's continue.
There's your low-level offenders, typically possible sex offenders, alleged sex offenders, as well as former law enforcement who are facing charges. So I'm sure that's probably where he's being housed right now.
We're also getting some interesting reports since he's been moved to this area. One of the reports or tips we got is that other inmates are actually making Diddy's bed for him. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, that's not necessarily uncommon, especially for someone of his celebrity status, especially if he's being housed with individuals that aren't a threat to him or he's not a threat to them. So I'm assuming they probably are maybe doing some favors for him, maybe even cooking food in the microwave. I mean, they don't have microwaves, probably whipping up some.
Cleaning and cooking, alleged. We can't confirm or deny. Let's continue. Fair use, reaction clip.
Type of meals from the commissary district. Now, they are to have hot water at a certain temperature where they can cook certain processed foods that they buy in commissary, and they're also charged with having ice machines. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're probably not cooking for him, as well as doing other favors, maybe even washing his clothes. So that's not a surprise.
Even washing his clothes? That's interesting. Thanks, Sherry, for letting me know. And thanks for hitting the like button. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Why would some of these other inmates basically serve Diddy, you know, cleaning up after him, making him this food, all of that? Do you think it's just because of his clout?
Well, I think maybe for some.
Would y'all trust somebody else making y'all food? I would not. Remember how when he first got in there, the hardest part for him was the alleged food. I wouldn't let other people be making my food. Alleged. I would not. I would not. I would not. No, you're not making my food. Maybe, and I wouldn't say they have food that he don't already have. How do we not know somebody won't, you know? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But you got to be cautious and careful. You got to make your own. You have to make your own. Let's mark this day. If it's being alleged that people are making his food. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. I wouldn't trust that.
You know, some folks are just, you know, you have a different makeup of individuals that are behind bars. And some of them may have idolized his music throughout the years. And some may think at some point maybe he'll do them a favor or a solid or make some contacts for them, you know, at some point, you know, during their stay at the detention center. So I'm not surprised by that because I've also seen other high profile inmates, not necessarily someone as famous as Mr. Combs, but some people with what we call street credibility, whose name is pretty popular in the streets and different communities across the country. And folks would want to just be around that type of energy. So I'm not surprised by that at all.
That type of energy.
It's not just making the bed and making him meals or snacks, though. Prosecutors actually say that P. Diddy has paid off some of these other inmates so that he can use their phone accounts. Because obviously, if he's using his own account, it could be monitored, it would be recorded likely. So if he's using other people's accounts, maybe the prosecutors wouldn't be able to hear what he was saying. What do you make of that? Do you think that's even possible?
That's a good question.
Yes, and again, that's not an uncommon practice in
Thanks,
jails
Sherry.
and prisons across
Thanks,
the country.
Sherry.
Basically, it's a form of using the phones to make a three-way call. So, like in your words, so that these calls potentially not be monitored or but all calls are recorded. However, the PAT number is what we call it in the federal system. Each inmate is assigned to a PAT number for their particular account, so that and it's voice recognition. So if someone goes to use their PAT number, they would have to make the call because it's voice recognized. And then you would ask the individual,
That's good. I didn't know that. We're learning something new. Like the video, like the video. Thank you, Sherry, for that comment. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I try and bring things that I think you might be interested in. I do. I try. Like the video, fair use.
phone to call someone you know on your phone, on your contact list, and then you would say, hey, can you make a three-way call to this particular number? And then when that individual comes on the phone, then Mr. Combs or another individual who's trying to make the three-way call would get on the line and then start having their conversation. But I just don't really understand why Mr. Combs is using this strategy, because these calls are going to be monitored. You know, these calls are going to be looked at. So I really don't understand. I understand why he's doing it, you know, for whatever purpose he's trying to invade. These calls be recorded, but at the same time, he has to be self-aware enough.
And maybe he's doing it because he's trying to get bail bonded out. Maybe he's doing it and he's thinking it may take them time for them to trace and track that he did it. And he's hoping by then he's trying to get home. And by the time they figure it out, maybe he thought they wouldn't figure it out before he's trying to get bonded and bailed out. I'm wondering, but they already caught it. They already caught it.
Realized that the jail staff and as well as the prosecution team is going to want to know who's making calls and that kind of thing. And then I can also explain in terms of them being paid. We have this. I'm not going to give the name of the software, but there's software that the agency utilizes to see what we call the degrees of separation. So you can see which person is sending different individuals in these lockups money.
And this is the biggest thing. He might be having, and we're just being general, this is alleged, he might be having so-and-so make the food. And then somebody he alleged trusts may be watching somebody make the food. So no, there won't be no slip-ups. Who knows? Who knows? He may trust XYZ, you know, or he's watching them make it. And he's keeping an eye on them making it. You know what I'm saying? That's a possibility. Who knows? Like the video, reaction clip, fair use.
and you can see who's all contacted. So even if some of his associates or family is sending money to these individuals that are helping him use these phone calls,
right,
all this stuff is easily traced back. So obviously he's not understanding the rules and regulations and of the processes that the agency uses to monitor.
I think he understands it. I just don't think he really cares. I think he fully understands it. And he's been so used to doing whatever he wants. So how do you take a person that's been doing any and everything they wanted for the last 25, 30 years? Now you're supposed to just change your personality overnight? I think it's going to take time. His personality, he's been alleged leading in certain areas, and to try and change that, I think it takes time. I think he's fully aware of what he's doing, how he's doing it, how he's trying to allegedly finagle. Like the video.
This type of behavior.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think he's flying under the radar if that's his goal, because obviously we're talking about it right now. And in addition to paying these people to use their phone calls, there's actually allegations that he's paid other people to post on Instagram in support of him. Obviously, this could be people outside in the other world. He suggested, you should post whatever it may be. But what about on the inside? These people don't have access to Instagram, or do they?
No, and I think they had that jail sweep with different federal agencies that came to do to check for.
But remember, he wants his son to post positive messages on his own Instagram. Remember, his son stated, "Hey everyone, I'm going to be running my dad's Instagram account. We're going to be posting what he's done in the community. We're going to be posting." He made that statement about last week. His son is supposed to take over his Instagram, so that way they can try and allegedly change the narrative. Like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate you. And like I said, a jury is going to have to decide if he's done anything wrong. Real talk. Yeah. Hi, Gregory. Yeah, there's a lot of different situations in regards to if there's a difference in regards to having people do what you want. Some of these FOs might have been people just getting intoxicated by just getting intoxicated. Okay, alleged. But if there's something being slipped or put in people's drink to make them not understand what's going on, that's a whole different type of party though. Because you're not coherent to be yes or no in a certain situation. I get the comparison, but I think there's an alleged, and like I said, a jury will have to decide if there was concerns when people went to these FOs, if something was slipped in to the alcohol alleged in the baby oil.
Or hard contraband, whether it's weapons, cell phones, or other contraband that the individuals in there shouldn't have. Now, does inmates do?
And you guys got to remember too, there was a raid. He was indicted. They have a very high percentage of cases in regards to them winning. So if they're trying to finagle the judge, if they're trying to finagle stuff, then all that's going to be found out. I think the judge, because this is his third judge, I think he's going to try and do everything he can so there is no mistrial. So there's the T's and the I's are dotted. This is such a high profile case that it trends every week. You know how celebrities think, Hollywood. They say, okay, I'm trending in a certain situation. There's going to be somebody else that's going to trend next week. Not with Diddy. There's the civil cases. There's the allegations of friends speaking out. There's ex-bodyguards speaking out. So it's a continuous weekly thing. Like the video. There's about 123 in the building. Can I please get 100 people to subscribe, and thank you if you've already subscribed. Let's continue.
Have cell phones sometimes? Yes, they do. And unfortunately, sometimes folks do have access. And then sometimes they have family on the outside post or friends or associates post on their behalf. So it's not uncommon. Unfortunately, I've seen even at jails and prisons I've operated, inmates were running YouTube channels during COVID-19 with cameras and different things of that nature. So they're very resourceful individuals. And, and unfortunately, sometimes those things does happen.
To your point, they are very resourceful. So we do know maybe they're not allowed to have these phones or access, but sometimes they do have them. I'm wondering if this then would amp up the amount of searches that the prison staff would make throughout. I mean, P. Diddy is a pretty big name. Obviously, we know that he's talking to the other inmates around him. Would then MDC staff be keeping an eye on his specific cell, maybe more than others?
No, I think each staff member that works each unit on a shift, there's 3 shifts in every day, and they're charged with doing cell searches, or in his case, area searches or bed searches, because he'd either be on the top or the bottom bunk, and his belongings would more than likely be under the bottom bunk along with his bunkmate. So obviously, there's going to be more eyes on his area. And again, there are a specific number of searches that they should be doing on a daily basis, and I'm sure his area is probably going to be more monitored. And more than likely, a lot of times what inmates would do, they would try to put some of their belongings or things that they don't want to be seen in another inmate's area, thinking that the staff wouldn't necessarily be looking at their area. So, but I would assume that they're probably shaking down that area quite often.
Mm.
Now, we know that where he's at, obviously there's a lot of staff at MDC who are keeping eyes on Diddy and all the other inmates too, but he's the one we're talking about today. Tell me about this, because I'm not super familiar. Obviously, prosecutors are going to want to know if he's up to anything while he's behind bars. Would they then be in contact with any of the employees at MDC? Hey, we got to tip Diddy's doing this. Or
Like the video, reaction clip. Please continue to hit the like button, you guys. We should definitely be at 100 likes. Please double tap the screen, hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. If you've already hit like and if you've already subscribed. Make sure you subscribe, please, and turn on the notification, please.
You might be doing that. What's that relationship like?
Well, I can tell you, while Miss Maxwell, Jelaine Maxwell, was at MDC Brooklyn, she was housed in the special housing unit pretty much the entire time that she was there. And they would, the agency had different folks from different parts of the country come out and spend, a couple of weeks at a time to be in the area where she was being housed. And from what I understand, they were having meetings with the executive team on a daily basis, giving updates on with her or different things of that nature. So I would assume that the U.S. Marshals, along with the prosecution team from the Southern District of New York, is probably in frequent contact with the institution in regards to any information that they would need to know about as it relates to this particular case.
And one of the reasons we wanted to talk to you specifically is because of your past for several years working as deputy warden at MDC. So you're really familiar with the layout and the procedures, all of that. Are you still in contact with some people back there, hearing any information about what's going on since Diddy has been taken into jail?
Not necessarily anyone specific in the building, but just knowing how the agency operates, following the reports as you and your team does, and then understanding what, while I was still working in the agency, how they treated Miss Maxwell while she was in the, working in the facility, because I did have a couple of my staff travel out there, 2 to 3 times during the year in 2020 and 2021 and 2022. So yeah, I'm using my familiar surroundings and understanding how the agency operates to gather information and to be able to have these type of conversations, so the listening public will kind of have a clearer understanding of what may or may not be occurring.
When it comes to tickets,
like the video. Thanks everyone for being here. I hope this is a lot of good information for you guys to understand what's happening. He was a past person that knew what transpired in the jail cells. Like the video.
We also know that P. Diddy's team has been adamant they want him released from jail. This hasn't happened as of yet, so he's still behind bars at MDC. If that continues and he's never allowed bail or bond, he's stuck there at MDC until he has his trial. What do you expect? Do you think he'll remain in this Gen Pop area, or he could go back to the more secure facility? What do you think that would look like?
Well, I can tell you.
Good question. Like the video. Continue to hit the like button. Double tap the screen. Hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video. Yes, I have to stop and play it. I have to. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and thanks for being here.
The agency is really taking a look at the use of the special housing unit and not trying to confine individuals in what the public will call solitary confinement over extended periods of time unnecessarily, because they do have negative effect on individuals' mental and physical health long term. However, that is going to be determined by Mr. Combs. Like I would always tell new inmates when they would come into the facility, if you act like a human being, you will be treated as such. And if you disrupt the peace, we have process and procedures to get you back into compliance, and then we'll go back to what we call normal operations. So
Wow.
I think what we're seeing from him right now is probably going to have more ramifications later, especially if he is convicted of these charges, because, you know, really as a pretrial detainee, if he is somehow found guilty, being able to mitigate any long sentences based on his behavior in the programming that's available there to him. And it will be in his best interest to start getting focused on programming, connecting with his family and those who really care about him at the end of the day, because these types of things, using inmates' pack numbers and other things like that, making these type of violations, they're not going to bode well in the long run for him.
See?
Well, Diddy's been at MDC for over 2 months at this point, and we're still learning new details about what's happening behind bars. Thank you, Dwayne, for coming on with us.
So that was Dwayne. Like the video, like the video. I thank everyone for being here. I appreciate everyone for being here. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. We were just going to do just a quick live, just to update. Everyone knows to stay a part of that algorithm. I have to almost go live every day. If I skip a day, I did. And liking the video helps me remain in the algorithm because it shows interaction, people commenting, being positive in the comments. I really try not to delete if I have to delete. I don't deal with disrespect. I don't like people disrespecting others in the comments. I definitely don't like them disrespecting me. I don't let people in real life disrespect me. So I ain't gonna let nobody I don't know in the comments disrespect. So we like to keep it light over here. We like to enjoy ourselves. We talk hot topics, trending topics. We talk Diddy. There's law pages that I listen to, and they're going on Pacer, and they're updating people at least once or 3 times a week what's literally going on. I'm wondering if Diddy even knew that the law pages or YouTube lawyers could look up Pacer documents and literally see what's going on in real time. And I'm wondering if he knew that there would be journalists that's sitting in the courtroom and updating the public in real time. So that's happening as well. So I thank everyone. Let's go ahead and do the disclaimer. Continue to hit the like button. There's about 121 in the building. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 34K. Like I said before, my page had 3,000 subscribers a month and a half ago. Now we're at 33K. So I'm appreciative who have subscribed, who has followed, who has commented. So let's go ahead and do the disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. So I thank everyone for being here, and I hope everyone has a great Thursday. I'm off to a great start. I really am. I've got a lot taken care of. There was a call. I got that, took care of that. So all is well. So I hope you guys have a great, prosperous day as well. And focus on healthy, safe relationships. Be around people that's loving, kind, and respectful. If you guys also know, there's alleged private investigators that's allegedly contacting YouTubers, bloggers. You know, be careful if you're a YouTuber listening to my page. Call the police, record them if you're in a city that you can record. Make sure you feel safe if there is a person that confronts you about the celebrities you're referring to or speaking about. Contact the police if you feel that there's concerns that's happening. We can't confirm or deny if these people know Diddy or if these people are trying to act like they know Diddy or other celebrities. We don't know if these celebrities huddled together saying, let's do this. We can't confirm or deny. We never know. These people could be doing this to try and mess with the case as well. We don't know. So like the video, a judge jury will have to decide if Diddy's done any wrongdoing. He's innocent until proven guilty. Some people get mad when people say that, but it is what it is. Some people care about their pages and they want to protect their page. So he's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So I appreciate everyone for being here. Not certain if I'm going to go live tonight. Not certain. If something, happens, yeah. If you guys are just coming in, Jussie Smollett, the conviction was reversed. So do we say congratulations to Jussie? People from Empire and Stars lost their jobs because of what happened to Jussie. I'm surprised the producer who produce Empire and Stars didn't create other shows to help those, people. Taraji P. Henson, Terrence Howard, Jussie Smollett, Bashir Gray. Y'all, I'm really concerned about Bashir Gray. Very talented in Empire. Things that was going on was concerning on the show. Yeah. Sometimes it was like a hit or miss. Family time, not family time. Interesting stuff was going on. But I'm wondering if the producer from Empire and Stars is going to come out with another type of production for families to watch at night with their family. We'll see. But I appreciate everyone for being here. Have a great week. Again, have a great weekend and have a great day. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. Be around people that's loving, kind, and respectful. Everyone, have a great day. Goodbye. Oops, goodbye. Wait a minute. There we go. Goodbye, everyone. Be blessed.